night, day, I guess, if you watch this later, whatever. We're gonna play some arena because that's what we do, like every Monday, Tuesday. Anyway, I don't really know what we're gonna do tonight. I think the big thing is going to be because I haven't done it yet, and I really need to. We need to look at rotation-proof deck lists. So going to try to get an idea of what we could play with these four, not knowing. So we have a week, I think, because I think first spoilers come out the 1st of September. That should be it. So try to get an idea of something that can be, or that is playable, really, rather. For standard. I don't know which view I'm going to like more here. This or this. And I really want to play, I guess we look at Mythics rares to begin with. Probably the best way to do it. Get an idea what we want to play with. Also, we have a little bit of music in the background. Because, A, the last couple weeks just needed to relax, and B, somebody on Twitter added me to their Twitch streamers list for royalty-free music. So stuff they there. So it's always nice to kind of help out. I guess that's the easiest way to say it. But to kind of push somebody else's stuff too, somebody else who's streaming or somebody else who's making content for streamers. Let's see if I can do standard 2021. I guess that's just the easier way to do it, right? And then I don't have to do this. Let's just take a look at these. Huh. Alright. I guess it's separated out by set. Kind of gives an idea of what is going to be really playable. Like, Sharknado is going to be a big one, I'm sure, in New Standard. Mutate doesn't lose anything. And I guess it's another thing is it's like going over the... What do we have for archetypes that are not rotating? So we have Mutate. Is an archetype that's not rotating. It just came out with Ikoria. Companions, I guess, really are not going to be a thing. Blue-Black Flash will probably still be a thing. You'll have humans as an actual archetype. With the you still have Winota. Wow, is that? Oh, because I clicked on it's standard 2021, right? So there's like nothing. Oh, I didn't click on. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. So the idea, we did lose Hero, right? And with Worthy Knight is just a worse version of that. So don't know if that, like, the token generator portion to what that does isn't gonna much stick around. Kind of going through what archetypes right now are not going to rotate, Pop-Tart. So archetypes that'll still be around when rotation happens, and then get some ideas for like what's currently in standard that's not rotating that can make a deck. if you will, not knowing what's coming out with Zendikar Rising. We have another week. I tend to, the last month and a half, I kind of lose before rotation, like, and a lot of people do. I lose the want to play. The format's generally solved, and not too many things. I like when new decks are popping up all the time, which is why I really like rotation itself. I wonder if you could do like a Basri mono white, like Glorious Anthem, Basri. I wonder if there's enough knights to do small stuff. What's happening, Emblem? How are you tonight? And how are you tonight, Pop Tart? How are things going? Thank you both for stopping by Liberty Friday. Good time. Looking at ideas for rotation currently, and actually, if I have the stuff, potentially making a new deck, something new that's like rotation proof to play the last couple of weeks, because pre-release will not be standard. Pre-release will be sealed, assuming that Matt does the same thing, Liberty does the same thing that he's done in the past. Mardu Hushbringer with Kroxa, Hunted Nightmare, and Clackbridge Troll. That's actually a thing, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Kroxa, I mean, when it enters the battlefield, sure, they don't get to discard anything, right? But you get a 6/6 for 2. Right? So that's not horrible. They don't get to put the 4/5 Hunted Nightmare doesn't put a death touch counter on anything. Clackbridge Troll makes no tokens. First idea you come up with is a pretty good idea. I'm sure people playing around with it. Rugged, what's happening? Nice to see you here. I think Baneslayer Angel is going to be a lot better come rotation. Thanks for the follow. Alright, we got a push-up. We got one push-up in the queue. Thank you much. Greatly appreciated. This makes a... Like, I think you're going to see Throne cards kind of fall off the radar for a little bit. Penguino redeeming a push-up. Alright, so now I got 2 push-ups. We got 2 push-ups in the queue. One for follow and one for those blobs. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm assuming you enjoy watching playing on the on Liberty's YouTube channel. That's where everybody seems to see me. Yeah, I know, about to get swole, right, Emblem? Yeah, and I guess that's another thing, not knowing what lands you're going to get with the new one. Who's Liberty MTG? Oh, man. That's the wrong question, though. The question is, who's Motazor? Anybody doesn't know... So Motazor is Matt. Ta-da! Called out. Yeah, so like it's gonna be hard. Alright, so we go back to we have Scrylands, we have Trilands, Fabled Passage. Yeah, that's really true, Pop-Tart. Scrylands, Trilands, Fabled Passage, fixing for Mardu. You're gonna have a good chunk of color fixing. And we lose... Okay, we keep around... Let's see, we keep Mutate, right? The archetypes that we keep that don't rotate. Where would you be able to post a list? Discord's the best place to post a list for anybody to check out. Got two of them. I'll put that one there and that one there. They both have, so you have Liberty's Discord and the Discord for here. A lot of people like in between the two, and you also find some other people there that you can hook up, get people to take a look at the stuff that you got. This is pretty cool. Adventures, a good one, Penguino. That one sticks around, right? And it doesn't, like, that doesn't actually lose much, if anything. We lose the... We talked about... Or I was talking, I guess I should say, about losing the... The hero style build. The Worthy Knight's not as good. Not even close. It is a 6/6 for 2. I mean, when Kroxa attacks, it also, I guess, like, makes them do their things. Hate to have their Uro stick, though, with the Hushbringer on the field. Yeah, that would stink. Sorry, wife texting. She's about to go to bed. Snapdax? That's the big guy, right? The actual Mardo card one. I think we're gonna see things get away from, so you lose like the Gruul base, right? You lose Spellbreaker. You get to keep Questing Beast, but lose oh goodness gracious, Ceratops. Since the base is a little bit funky when it gets to that. Letterson, hello. How are you this evening? Yeah, Matt didn't like Hushbringer for a lot of things. Mainly because people were playing creatures that it just stuck. Lure is the main deck. Yeah. Rip Ceratops now. No, it's fine. It's a good thing it's gone. It's definitely a good thing Ceratops is gone. I mean, you actually, maybe you can do more of a Knights build with making 1/1s. I don't know if you can play Anthem, though. You get the Rogues build. It's like blue-black Rogues. Which probably would be decent. I don't know if it'll be competitive. And of course, just look at, like, right now, just thumbing through rares and mythics that are there that might be super impactful. And how much aggro are you actually going to have come rotation? Does mono red die? You have Torbrand, but is it actually still any good? Mono red never dies. Yeah, I mean, that's not untrue. Does it? Oh, probably does, because it's probably in Throne. It is. Dude, the thing seems like it's been around forever, though. Obviously green, like, mono green is probably going to be still be King. Will they reprint or print new red aggressive creatures to equip with Evercleave? The answer is yes. Yep. Draw a second card. Is it per turn? Or is that your turn? Ironcrag Pyromancer. Is it enchantment? Is it enchantment is the one where it makes a fairy, right? It is per turn. I mean that is a possibility. So cycling is another thing that doesn't go away. Now the question is it gonna get any better? Play a teamer draw 2 deck that was fire. Nice. I like that. I like that concept. Drago seems pretty good. I think the format slows down a little bit. Obviously, we don't know what's coming out with Zendikar. But traditionally, cards have been higher costed. Let's see. I guess you still have Dream Trawler. Blue white probably makes a pretty good resurgence. Creature lands or fetches or both. Yeah. I mean, we already have a fetch. It's the only fetch we're getting. Wink, wink. I don't know what, like, surprised that Fiend Artisan didn't see more play, and I don't know that it will see more play once rotation happens. Oh yeah, this is still a card, isn't it? Well, looks like Gruul isn't gonna go anywhere. Don't have entire info. Just really think they'll reprint fetches. I mean, they've never not done something that they said they were not going to do, right? I think I said that correctly. Might be too many negatives in that sentence. If they reprint fetches, is going to be at a $300. Not necessarily, Pop-Tart. So when the fetches were reprinted this last time, or I shouldn't say the last time, when Khan's fetches came out, like, I don't know, they were like $10 to $15 a piece when they came out, and everybody was up on those because they didn't want to play the other fetches. And boxes didn't. I mean, sure, it was one of the most open products, but like, you move a lot of product that way too. We're definitely not going to ever do this again. They immediately do it again. I mean, that's good. Too many choices, anxiety overload. Well. Better breathe deep, Emblem. We got a long way to go here. Oh yeah, this is still a card, by the way. Yeah, if you're on mobile, you might have an issue. We noticed that before, but hey, look at Emblem's got it all figured out here. So what's the likelihood they unban Oko after rotation to see how things work out? You got it now? Nice. There you go. Never? What do you mean never? What do you mean never? We do need Oko back in Standard. I need Oko back in my life. Matt has an idea for a brew. Is it 60island.deck? No one's done this one before. 60forest.deck. Start with 4 Uro. All right. I like the path. I like the path you're on. All right. Fellow Snoop player Oko is just. I mean, there's a reason the card's named Broko, but just saying, I could live with Oko back in my life. 4 Uro, add lands, and you're done. But the question really is, how many lands? That, I mean, right? $28, $56. Well, I didn't know if we were playing a 60 card deck or like 62. You know, like 61 card special, something like that. It needs to be a legal deck. Alright, well, we can start with that. I'm actually not opposed to, like, Karuga. Karuga seems like a decent card. 5/4 for 5. Energy Battlefield. And I'm not talking about playing Karuga as a companion. I'm talking about just playing Karuga. Decent isn't good enough in an Uro deck. But it might be better than decent now. Like, once rotation happens. I did play Obosh. I played Mono Black Obosh. Yep, that's definitely an aggro deck. Play Oko the Trickster as an alternative. This one? I don't even know what it does. Put 2+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. No, because then you have to have creatures. That doesn't even work. How did it go? It went decent. I really liked the deck. It was turn Knucklehead sideways. Was really what it was. All it was. Just posted in Discord in the deck building tab. Pyromancer, Recluse, Jarell, Uro, Krasis, Gargaroth. Yeah, that card's gonna be good. Because, you know, it's not already. Terror, Borrow, Probable Lines. So this is like... Okay, so this is the Temur Draw 2, right? Matt, we need to figure out how to... Like, where to put a third monitor. We need to put it up on the wall over here. So, like, I don't have 16 different windows open on one monitor here. Ugh. Get a quad mount, get rid of the top of the deck? I don't think I can't get rid of the top of the desk. Because it's all one piece. We just have to get a new desk. But then if we get a new desk, do we do a quad mount, or do we do, like... I guess we do a quad mount and, like, one on the side, something like that. It's metal. Also, it's the frame. So we'd have to weld that in. You have some great stuff. Yeah, I mean, some people are not about cutting through metal with any of their tools, regardless if they're made for it or not. That may be a project we do. I like this desk, though. Like, I like the setup down here. I just wish that was, like, the top of it was different. And then I'd actually have to put something on the wall to put my magic pops on. I'm making more work for myself. Probably not gonna happen now. We get Eugene. Okay. We're brewing. Man. brewing is probably a bad... Probably a bad idea. Ozzy, just now following? Alright, that's 3. We got 2 follows and a one blob redemption. 4-0 Fort Hugin done. Close. That was your list. Nice. What's key? Whenever you tap a non-land permanent for mana, add 1 mana. Oh, I'm gonna have to go like... I'm gonna have to go grab the other Temple Mysteries, so I'm not crafting 3 Temple Mysteries from M21. It's stupid. I don't even know if I own a Keenan. Alright. We got some Tricycle lands. Take Sultai Ramp, pull out the Rotate. Yeah. Which is probably what would be the better way to do it, right? There's the Temples. I feel like this is just like the start anyway. No matter what the deck is. We go big ramp with Nyx Bloom Ancient. And we need a dump. We need a mana dump for it though. I do like me some Nyx Bloom Ancient though. What's Nylea do? The top card of your library if it's a creature, put in your hand. Otherwise, it's not good enough. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That might be decent enough. Then we're playing... Add Misty Rainforest and Verdant Catacombs. No. No. It's Misty Rainforest and Wooded Foothills. You've totally got the wrong fetches. It's got to be Rug if you can play them. So why Wooded Foothills? Wooded Foothills is not the wrong set of fetches. Well, of course we're getting... If we're getting any, we're getting all 10. We'll just reprint them all. I mean, do they put out a third set of Zendikar fetches before putting out... Did they put out the full set of other ones? Okay. Actually, what they do is they would mix match them, right? Because they would do like half of them now, and then in a year do the other half of them. Havoc, what's happening? How are you? No fights. It's just Matt chooses to use the wrong fetches. Okay. So you have Jorel. I guess you could play Keenan with Gilded Goose. Why? I mean, why are they the ones that need reprinting? Because you need Scalding Tarns. That's why those are the ones that need reprinting. Even Simic Draw 2 was good when you're testing. I could believe that. I could definitely believe that. I hate that there's stupid, like, arena cards in here. They're the more expensive cycle. Yeah, I guess I give you that. Yeah, Jarrell seems good. What do you play? You play 3 Jarrell? You certainly don't play all 4, right? We play a Goose? I like me some Goose. Play Goose. The Watsy doesn't comment on the secondary market, they definitely pay attention to it. Always want Jarrell. Every time I play that card, I'm like, this card's garbage. Okay. Sharknado. That's just a 4 of, right? Uh... Teferi. Let's see. Something rotation proof. I put catcher trams into. I'm not even playing red yet. Elder. Oh, Elder Gargroth. Did I pass it? Yes, I must have passed it. Yeah, because, like, you need Uro 2.0 here, right? Try and build. That is definitely something tonight, Ozzy, that was on my radar. Shrines was definitely something I was thinking about before it started here. Do. Let's see. I don't know if you play Questing Beast in a draw 2. I mean, it seems alright, but like it's just good on its own. Also, don't know what you're playing to. You're just playing to Jarrell with a draw 2 deck. Scoos. I'm probably cutting these Triomes. Bye, Triome. Bye. Before I forget, just let me put those in there. All right, let's cut this to here. See if your rug deck. See if it. Oh, your rug deck. See if it gives me ideas. Yeah. Have a list from Wizard that they posted up in Discord. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, so if we're to go, I think I want to try to keep it Simic, because like, play Baron. I like a Baron. Only Simic. Not only, but the Garrick enchantment. The one with creature with power 4 or greater. Nader Kraken. Okay, so if we're playing Nader Kraken, we're totally playing where is it? Big mana, Nyx Bloom Ancient. Because you have to make all the tokens and keep... I gotta say, there's not really any good draw spells, though. Ominous Seas wouldn't be bad. Eugene, we're just ramping now, right? This is like all over the place. Man, I wish that it wasn't a food. I wish it was a clue token. So you probably want to play like Sea Dasher Octopus in some way, shape, or form. And then like Brazen Borrower. Tempo, and I don't know if we play 4 Sea Dasher Octopus here. Need removal. Yeah. A bunch of random shit. Come on, you should know me by now. Draw a couple cards, make some weird things, cast an Uro, win the game. Elder Gargaroth and a Sharknado. Giant Sharknado. Oh! You know what we should do? We should just build the Uro Discontinuity deck. It's flashy things in the C deck. Why not? Discontinuity Uro is a combo. It's a thing. It's a kill you thing. Seems good. How much mana does it save me? Probably the price of discontinuity over 2 or 3 turns. Good old Sublime Epiph. Ooh. And that's a card that somebody said, I'm surprised you're not playing this. Which is true. I was surprised I wasn't playing this either. We need a card, and then we're going to, like, run this thing real quick. A card. It needs to be a draw card, though. Also, I just have... I cannot believe it. I still have Rares and Mythics checked. Totally forgot about that. My bad, folks. We got Ops. We got... Oh. Whew. Whew. I am avoiding cards from the sets that are about to get cycled out. Yep. Yes, definitely trying to avoid things that are rotating. Alright, we're gonna do this the way that I normally do this. We're gonna throw in the cards that I want to play, and then I'll start making cuts, because that is the way I generally feel the most comfortable. Is Frantic Inventory better than Omen of the Sea? I feel like in this deck it is. Man, I should have bought those 4 foil Frantic Inventories. Don't judge me. Yeah, I feel like if you're wanting to draw extra cards with Jarrell, that Frantic Inventory is just better. Wow, if this was Remand, could you imagine? Posted the rug deck you've been playing on Arena. Borrower, Thassa, Baron. I like Baron. Nylea. Ooh. Garrick's Harbinger. Ugh. You're mean. That's interesting. Cultivate. Great Henge. The Great Henge would be a good addition. Only 2 Uro. Probably doing something wrong there. Joking. Just joking. Only acceptable reasons because of wildcards, or because you don't want to spend the money to buy them. Yeah, I completely understand the whole, like, either A, not having wildcards, or B, not wanting to spend the money to do it. I got lucky with my pulls for that card. I kind of just want to go back into, like, big mana, like Kiora Best the Sea God. What does this thing do? When it enters the battlefield, each opponent creates a 1/1 red pirate creature token with this creature can't block. And creatures you control attack each combat if able. Spells your opponents cast that target pursued whale. Spells your opponents cast that target garrison cost 3 more to cast. Did I read that correctly the second time? The spirit of WTF is this deck doing put keyword best to see guide in. I should. We're gonna trim down a lot of this. We're gonna trim down a lot of this. I should definitely put keyword best to see guide in though. The card's so good. So good. Could also play Stolen by the Fae. Could play Chad. It's flashy things in the sea deck. I mean, not quite, but kind of. Oh, okay. So now Matt's getting on the. Oh, we're gonna have. All right. So we got 5 push-ups to do right now. It's three to the queue, and all right, fine. All right, fine. Matt had to redeem 2 just to get me there, so I stopped looking at cards to add to this deck. Oh, here we go. We got 4. We got 7. Everybody's saying get swole, right? Yeah, thanks, Emma. I see that Havoc too. It's only flashy thing if Garrison plays blue Leyline. Ooh, I can't though. It's in the wrong set. Yup. I mean, could play Leyline as like a... Give Leyline a farewell tour? Right? Yeah, I need to like buy one of the bars for the doorway and start doing pull-ups on a regular basis too. Citizen training. Draw a card. Draw a Gargaroth. Give something trample. It seems good in my opinion. Be right here, Wizard. We aren't going anywhere. Not for a couple of hours. So this is the one that... Yeah. So if you control a creature power 4 greater, draw a card. Whenever creature power 4 greater is battlefield, you control, draw a card. Need to make dinner? Alright. We'll be here. Do I have any of the Amonkhet cards? I do have some of the Amonkhet cards. Both in paper and on Arena. There really isn't much else that I want to add that just, like, jumps out at me. The Garrick actually might not be bad. Like, make a beast. Right? You hear good things about Collected Company? Collected Company is really good. Maze Mind Tome. OMG, Emblem. How did we miss that? How did Matt not even think about that? mean, Vivian wouldn't be horrible. When you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost to put on the battlefield and shuffle your library. That seems really good. No, don't go back. We're adding two Vivians. Haywire! I'll have to amend your message. Anybody doesn't know, so we kind of did like a Haywire birthday stream. But Haywire wasn't here. So everybody wish Haywire a happy belated birthday. Tired of dad life. Sorry. I mean, cycling draws cards, right? And I don't know if Great Henge is going to be good enough here. Kids take a lot out of you, I'm sure. What does this do? Ooh! Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Lore Scale Coatl. Instantly added in. Primal Empathy added. Okay. Alright, we got a deck here. We got a deck. Do I want Karuga? I don't think I want Karuga. We have 79 cards in the deck. We have to do some trimming here, folks. Alright, we gotta trim. Alright, we want to just draw a bunch of cards, right? So, like, Lore Scale Coatl is probably good. Baby Boy due September 22nd. And 2 boys, 3-2. Wow, Emblem! Right around the corner. So, any day now. Congratulations. Alright, set is in training. Way out of place. Don't need it. Don't need it. Baron, gone. Can we make do without Goose here? And just, like, start casting cards? I'm sure. I don't. Alright, Vivians are out. Speed Demon crawling into running down the hall. Yep. I feel like Primal Empathy could help a little bit. Just help, like, boost things up here. We need to make 6 more cuts. Do cut Sharknado. I feel like we probably don't. Sea Dasher Octopus, Brazen Borrower. A lot of nothing going on, though. Try to get an idea of what other people were playing. Is Forge Rail necessary? I don't. Probably not. I mean, it's the card. Like, it makes the engine, right? So you draw cards, make 2/2s. Lore Scale Coatl. Whenever you draw a card, this thing just grows. Draw a card. I think we're cutting Sharknadoes. Alright, 2 cards to cut. They probably like Sea Dasher Octopus. And I like Primal Empathy, just try to get there. Sad Shark. It is Sad Shark. Yeah, unfortunately. Either way, 6-year-old to get ready for school. Alright, Havoc, we'll be here. Anybody who doesn't know, Havoc is 12 hours ahead of us over in Australia. For anybody that's here in the US. Not that Havoc's child is going to school at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Put 2 skews in the sideboard? Like that? I mean, we could do that. Why let me type. There we go. And it's only fitting that like Uro is the. Want to give this a run? Let's see what this. Hold on, I gotta change some lands though. Can't have those peasant lands. Also, not having like shocks is going to be very, very, very different. Not seen octopus mutate. You have not seen octopus mutate boy in action yet. That was hard for me to read, and I don't know why. Yeah, four skews might not be good. I thought about Henge, and Henge might be okay, especially if we're playing flash creatures, but I don't actually know. YOLO, let's keep it. I need double blue for Sea Dasher Octopus. Not gonna happen. Watch. Because I guess if I... Alright. See if it dies. It's gonna die, watch. Man, I called that. On point. You don't even know. It's a good thing I've got all these creatures here that they can kill. They're 2/2s. What a... You know what. Alright then, we'll just play an Uro. You keep killing everything. Land? That is not a land. F. Wow. Arena did not rotate shocks out. We were playing post-rotation. So always are only using cards that are in I don't know if I want that scoos or not. Yeah, I kind of do. Only using cards that don't rotate is what it is. You're right. Always choose even, by the way. Well, do I Coatl here? I think I do. I think I Coatl and Frantic. Well, that was an Empathy, not a Coatl. Oh. Alright, we're going to play Scavenging Ooze. Whoops. No. Played the wrong card because they cost the same mana cost here. Burglar Rat, making me discard a card. Discard Sea Dasher Octopus. Well, it didn't matter what I discarded. Put a counter on something. Look at that. Now we have a Quaddle. Yeah, post-rotation. This rotation deck will still be Clover, Wishboards, easy to refill. Yes, yes it is. Let's draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Look at that. Look at that. Quaddle just going off. Oh. Sick. Oh. I mean, they more than likely have removal for Quaddle. I'm gonna assume at least. Oh, Stream Kitty. Sack a creature or planeswalker. Well, we're going to sacrifice Scavenging Ooze. That's BS. Let's see if I can. Hey, look, that's a Jarrell. Discard card. Let's discard this. Let's play this. And this. Let's filter out the just started playing. Wow. Wow. It's game 1. Of course, got paired up against removal.deck. Get rid of my frantic inventories. Yeah, let's just... That's fine. Ooh. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Discard this. I totally hit the wrong button. I double clicked and I shouldn't have. I'm a horrible, horrible person. I mean, I either exile Brazen Borrower. Let's just bounce that. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. I'll allow it. I will, in fact, allow it. Yeah, let's just... Ooh, Frantic Inventory. This card is really good with Jarrell. I didn't realize it would be. Let's ditch the Fable Passage. YOLO. Cool. Alright. Got a Teferi on. Agonizing Remorse. What are they gonna take? That's fine. Alright. Dabriel. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand. Mm. Sure. I mean, I guess I just, like... I guess if I draw something good here... Discard this. Yep, they can make me discard that. That's fine. Flash this into play. Look at that. It's first time I've ever seen the Teferi emblem come up. Have I ever tried the Colossification plus Fling combo? I played it at F&M in paper. A lot harder than you think. But yes, I have. It's actually pretty good. So yes, and the answer to your question, Matt, the deck's undefeated. Get wrecked. Red convertible. Now, don't need a red convertible yet. That's like a 40-year-old thing, right? Not 25. I like this Primal Empathy more than I thought I would. Adventures. Matt likes hatchbacks with no mufflers. This is true. This is true. Alright, Jorel. Coming out to play. Probably not Primal Empathy, though. Because that's a 5/5. Oh, it's not a 5/5. Okay. But let's make it 2/2. If we can make an army of cats. That would be good. Split Empathy. I can Frantic Inventory this turn. Aww. Still waiting for an IRL stream of Matt's Honda on the Rev Limiter channel points. Doubt he does that. We drew a Jorel. That's not good. I'm gonna get beat down by a Lovestruck Beast, though. Beat down by a Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, the fact that this deck doesn't go away, I think it's going to be hard to be reckoned with, to be honest. I don't need Scoos. Let's play a second Empathy. I mean, Jorel will get big if it lives long enough here. You'll never own one. Say how you never say never, though. You don't know what's gonna happen. Yes, Clover does still look great after rotation. I will agree with that. The deck doesn't lose anything. Uh, all right, so that gives me. That also gives me Opt Plus to Fairy to make a second cat at instant speed. Get your cursor off my Jorel. Stupid petty theft. Yeah, Clover is definitely seems like a force to be reckoned with here. I kind of just want to go to the I want to play a Primal Empathy, but with I don't know. All right, we're done here. Not like a draw 2 version of it, I don't think. And do like Goose ramp up into like Elder Gargaroth and Questing Beast and all right, we went that way. This is the deck. This is okay. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. And I guess I could see like if C-Dasher takes C-Dasher Octopus out. I don't know what you put in place of it, but didn't see a Gargaroth. That's probably as good as like a 4 of. Scooz is probably not good in this deck. Check it out once I go to bed. Thanks, Haywire. Appreciate that. Okay. Next one. Standard 2021. What was the yeah, Migratory Greathorn would probably be a good one. That actually would have been bad in that deck, to be honest. Shrines. Okay. Why? Apparently, I don't own a... Where's the white shrine? Sorry. I put shrines, and I don't know why, because this one, it's like for each shrine you control, all the rest of them have to say shrines. Okay. We're gonna burn some wild cards here. Do I even go... What is this? A Shrine Keeper? It's a 2/2 for 2? So good. Shrines seem fun with gates, but alone you don't know. We're going to find out. Alright. Doodaloo. I mean, you're probably right? Because Circuitous Route finds the lands that you need. And then how many Sanctum of All? Just wait, 2? And then... I did take... That was Shrine. That was all the cards for Shrine, right? Yeah. Yeah, do you have it handy, Ozzy? It's 60 seconds, go. Like, Cultivate. There's probably a 4 of. Hayware's behind. Of course, is that mobile? Sanctum of Calm Waters probably doesn't need to be a 4 of either. Did you already post it in Discord? Because if it's there, we can just go back. Which Discord did you post it in is the better question. Obviously, in Liberty's Discord. There it is. There it is. So some Sanctums. Altar of the Pantheon. Destiny Spinner. Calyx seems like it'd be fine. Shatter. Teferi's Tutelage, huh? More for life gain? And we talked about this a little bit, right? Because it was like, where do we make the cuts that it's good for the blue shrine? Alright, so Cultivate. We talked about, like, tutors, right? Draw 3, pitch an enchantment. Yeah, Thirst for Meaning. That's probably a good one to have as a 4 of. Man. How often do you win with Tutelage? Beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may draw X cards to X number of shrines you control if you do discard card. Millstrat, yeah. Alright. Stonefang seems like it's gonna be great. Shattered Something or Other is not gonna be great. Sanctum Harvest is not gonna be great. Stonefangs and Calm Waters. It was green blue, right? Green blue. It's gonna be Simic Shrines. Simic Shrines. I don't know why I gravitate so much towards those two. Oh, what? Yo, I forgot the first card of the deck. Cannot believe I forgot the first card of the deck. Calyx would be good. Calyx would be alright. Reveal an enchantment. Archon. This one, right? Yeah. It's 4. We're getting up there. Should play 4 Archon. We're already over by 3 cards. Tutelage might have to come out. Might have to be something like I don't know. Inventory wouldn't be horrible, I don't think. Omen of the Sea might be better. Because it's an enchantment. Here. Sir Eleanor the Discerning. I don't know if that's going to be good enough. The only problem I have with Archon and Sharknado is that you don't cast much after the first few shrines hit the table. I mean, you just cast a second shrine, right? And that's why it's like Omen of the Sea. I don't. Sharknado would be good. Oh well, they're legendary. Like if you cast Sharknado, though, like you just make a 3/3 or a 2/2 or whatever it is. Like whatever, that's fine. But need removal, like actual removal. And I don't know if there's... Is there a good board wipe? That was weird. Most shrines become removal after you hit the red one. Discard a land or shrine. Oh, target creature points or X number of shrines. That makes sense. That makes sense. I want to cut a cultivate. What board wipe? Is the only board wipe the 5-mana adventure spell that doesn't rotate? Oh no, Shatter is on Aetheros. Okay. What's up, James? How are you? All spells such should become creature planeswalker coast. Yeah, that makes sense, honestly. That definitely makes sense. Down 32 pounds. Nice. I'm down 30. As of like February or whatever it was. So, oh, Idyllic Tutor. We talked about Idyllic Tutor, didn't we? That was the tutor that we were talking about the last time we were thinking about this. Goodness gracious, I can't spell idyllic. It's 2 L's. 3 Idyllic Tutor. I'm 7 cards over. 7 cards over. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. It does count as enchantment, but we're not really ramping. 38 pounds in a month. Holy crap. Yeah, Grim Tutor, I think Grim Tutor's good. I don't think Grim Tutor's good enough because double black. Just because, like, there's 1 black spell, 1 red spell. Do we need Cultivate? We probably need Cultivate to ensure that we hit our lands, right? Oh, sorry, Havoc. Question not related to the deck. Ability: would a Goblin Necromancer affect the Shark token that Shark Typhoon produces? Ah. Yep, the reason is that... So it's not an instant or a sorcery. You're paying a cycling cost. If it had said, like, pay X, whatever, you know, as an instant or sorcery, then it would be. Passages. Fable Passage. Good idea. I think we gotta play 4 Fable Passages. Fasting and Keto. D&D Friday. Chaos Drives is trash. Nice. Sorry, James. Yeah, that... So you always use Pantheon because it color fixes. Does that add one of any land, or is it... Or is it just any... Oh, add one mana of any color. Ahaha. Ahaha. I see your thought process now. We need Shatters, though. And just for Matt, I put Uros in here. Guess what's getting cut right now? Best card in Standard. I'm also up 67 cards still. I mean, the Cultivates could easily be... I kind of want the Cultivates to thin the deck out, though. Hey, Uro. Uro's great. Been good. Been good. Ready for rotation, that's for darn sure. Working a lot. I guess Archon just... Like, if you have enough Archons... Or enough, cards to trigger Archon, you don't have to worry about the rest of it. Life gain. What do you gain? Like, this... You gain life from this, right? So you gain life from that. And then... What else you gain life from? Just the Archon? Oh, legendary enchantment. Alright, fine. Talk me into Pantheon. Cut the Cultivates. For some reason... Sorry, Sam. For some reason I was like... One man of any color. Yep, yeah, life gains from like a god or a demigod, and that's it. I keep forgetting. Because I was playing Nyx Lotus. It doesn't trigger Nyx off Nyx Lotus. Okay, 7 cards. Have to trim 7 cards. I kind of thinking like trim an Archon. And then it's like some of the draw almost. Yeah, I have way too much to do at work. MIT plus whatever other 100 things I gotta do. Yeah, things have been a little bit crazy because certain programs are coming to an end at the end of 2020. So we're extremely busy right now because we have 3 months to wrap everything up. It's got to be wrapped up roughly the beginning of December. So yes, been extremely busy. Just a lot of things going on. It's good that you're busy, though. It's good that everybody's working, if they're still working. What's really the cut here? So, like, Idyllic Tutor helps you find the piece that you need, right? Do you cut a Pantheon? Cut a Pantheon. 2 of the 3 mana spell. This one... Yeah, I was looking at Thirst for Meaning. It's probably not... It's going to be good, but not that great. One of the Black Shrines? Isn't it the win condition? It's like that. It's 2 Thirst for Meaning, 2 Omen of the Sea. Get a lot of... Oh, I guess that's true. Okay. What is it going to make me craft? 3 uncommons for Sanctum of Calm Waters. Omen does help fix. Omen's going to help fix pretty well, I think. And also late game it'll help trigger Archon. I'll be here, James. No, I'm not going anywhere. So if you get home for Christmas time, have a couple days off at least. Is 10 planes correct, though? I guess it is. Double, double, double. Arena would know better than I. Can you imagine if I brought this to F&M and beat Matt with it? He would not like that. Aside from Thassa, any other good blue devotion cards on subs? Thanks. Appreciate that. Probably not. In all honesty. Like the other devotion card you really have is the demigod, right? Okay, so this is a Sanctum of All deck. So this is Shrine Rotation. There's really nothing but shrines. So yeah, and then that's like the difference too, because you would get Circuitous Route to get the lands that you needed. And I don't think you can even afford to play non-basics in this deck. A foil extended Sanctum? Oh my goodness, Haywire. If I played the deck... It's picking at my heartstrings, folks. Picking at my heartstrings. Alright, let's play some shrines here. Shrine. New set hits the... Matt would have to give me... It's like the 20-something of September is pre-release. One Castle Vantress. Yeah. I mean, you could... I don't even know if you'd want to play anything that's non-basic. If you're not playing a Gates version here. In reality, like... I don't think you keep that. I keep this, though. Get that out of here. This goes fines. That goes in fines. I'm dead. Mono red. Golgari Guildmage. Mountain Go. I played the wrong land. I'm horrible with this game. Y'all seen it. Horrible. A few Scrylands after getting screwed up a few times due to that. You drop. Yeah, Doggos. Doggos. Ugh. I need land. Sanctum does not help here, right? Nope. Sanctum does not help. This land, on the other hand, will. Maybe. Forest. Put it in land naturally. That'd have been good. Sanctum of Calm Waters, that would have been great next turn. Nowhere for... Is anybody actually even open in your area for pre-release? Now, also gonna get punished here because I don't have double white. So I probably should have not cracked that for a forest. So I'm dead. That's the most damage. So that's 4 points of damage. Never mind. Dead. Dead. Dead, folks. Look at that. Dogs killed me on turn 4. Those sports places around there. Oh yeah, that makes sense. If you don't have anybody to go with, or nobody around you. Check Discord. Haywire, you are a horrible person. You're a horrible person. Sends me a picture of extended art foil Sanctum of All. I don't even know what you can and can't keep with these. That was a pretty bad first game. Yeah, I don't know what you can and can't keep with these. The Fable Passage needs to get double white, but then I need it for Fable Passage to get the mountain. We can always trade. We can. I guess we just play this. Yeah, but if I get the mountain, I don't know that I'll ever even be able to get a double white is the problem. Oh, it kills things. We discard things. Should have got the mountain last turn. I'm a dummy. Build up blobs so you make me play mono red F&M. Only one person has cashed in 100,000 blobs. Matt was the only person to cash in 100K. Loxodon, huh? Do I Calyx the Loxodon? Or just... Oh. I mean, I do this, right? And then I can, instant speed deal 2. Makes sense. I die, but... Hayware's saving for 100 push-ups that he can't do in one time because I was kind of smart and did 20 push-up maximum. Garrison Cat, what? This is 36 and 14. Take 14. Oh, okay. Now I need a Wrath. And I need a Wrath and I need a Plains. In case you didn't know. In case you didn't know, 5 streams back to back, 20 immediately. Look at this person. I'm just gonna kill you in one shot. It's fine. Yeah, but you don't know me. Yes. You don't know me. I killed my own... I destroyed my own Calyx. Alright, Shrines deck. So I don't know if this deck actually can do much of anything right now. Hot Fire, yeah, it is Hot Fire. I can play another deck because I've lost quicker than they lost 2 quicker than I won that one game. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough, if you ask me. Slam some fogs in there. Should. Fog is great. Alright, how the hell does that even happen? Arena Shuffler. Look at this. Fuck it. Whatever. Ah! What, did it have a dot somewhere that it shouldn't have had a dot? Is that what it was? James got wrecked. You think? That, yeah. That's, What? Horrible person would do that. Turbofog.deck. Yup. Yup. What a horrible person. They're playing a deck that I want to play. Save the shrines for EDH. Probably. Look at this. Look at this. Mulligan to 5. Wrecked. Wrecked. Can't even shatter. Can't even shatter. Dude, completely jacked up by a Davriel. Get wrecked. I got a swamp. If I draw another Shadow of the Sky, that Mayhem, or Spawn of Mayhem is dead. I don't know, that's the second deck that we've seen Davriel in. I mean, wrecking somebody's hand right now is pretty good. Oh, if that Plains was an island, I'd have been able to do it. Yeah. That's right. Suck it. Take one. Just gotta cast a spell. I don't know if it was a daily or not. That's all it comes down to. Alright, shrines. No go. No go on the shrines. Yeah, also, it's me trying to play somebody else's deck, right? That's exactly what happens. Every single time. Never fails. No matter what I do. Always be working. Never fails. Okay. I don't think I can copy this in. It imported correctly? What? Oh, because it literally imported the first card and that was it. Sweet. Awesome. That was that Draw 2 deck. That you posted. I gotta think, what else? I got to do some push-ups, though. I lost 3. I think losing 3 games in a row is like... Oh. Hey, kitty. It's probably deserving of a couple. If I can do them. Meow. Well, of course, she never wants to play. But she does now. What else was a good archetype? Now, nope. Not gonna happen. I wonder if using, like, cycling with the Ironcrag Pyromancer would be good. Do you think? Landfall. Okay, so the instant that they put things in, the instant they put the landfall trigger in, we are going to figure out a deck to play landfall. Okay, you've decided on 5 whale cards for me to send out. So if you do, it's obviously red white, right? I don't know how much cycling, so you play Zenith Flares. I don't think you can cycle. As much as I want to cycle Yadaro, I don't think you can. And you just play Pyromancer as a 4-of, and it doesn't even matter. You just, like, bolt things. Oh, alright. Well, you have to let me know what you need, Haywire. Like, can you fit... You get, like, 4 more cards, right? So you just, like, Boon of the Wish... So you're basically, like, substituting Memory Leak or Boon or Frostveil Ambush for Iron Crank Pyromancer. So you just play any of them. And just don't play any... 11 and 13. Because there's no more cycling, like white cyclers for 1. Oh, I guess there's this. Maybe we just keep it that way and then go. So 11 planes. Oh, we're going to play Fable Passage. Which is probably going to come back to bite me in the ass, but... That was probably the quickest, like, post-rotation archetype build. Ever. Why do I... Oh. Like, why do I have 64 cards? Because I added the Fable Passages? Oh. Also... When I play a standard, why didn't anybody tell me we're... Like... Because I'm horrible at updating the stream info. Not playing Dimir Control tonight. Nobody said anything. Thanks, folks. Ironcrag Pyromancer cycling rotation seems good. Boros definitely looks like Dimir. Yes. I want to play with Elder Gargaroth. We play like, is there... Can we do like Gargaroth, Garrick, random shenanigans shit? Look at this, Ironcrag Pyromancer. Well, of course I need Uro. It'd be Simic, like Simic big boy build. We got like... I can actually just cast most of this shit. So like Fox on 1, Stinger on 2. Boros with an Uro slash. I could do that. Do that too. I don't want to cycle Flourishing Fox. I want to play it. Probably just don't cycle anything until I hit Iron Crag. Like, I'll cycle Go for Blood, like, try to save Flourishing Fox. Not gonna happen. Don't know if I should play Durandus Stinger here. Essa probably should. That gets their removal out. Have Splash Uro in all decks to make them good. Yeah, I mean, it's currently the best card in Standard because they just banned the best card in Standard. Look at that. Got him. They couldn't deal with Durandus Stinger. The best card in Standard being Growth Spiral. No, not Teferi. No. Growth Spiral. 1 green, 1 blue. Draw a card, put a land from your hand into play. Won't ban Uro until a month after second card. I like the fact that they're not even talking about Uro being a problem. Doesn't slow Uro down. Back card, yep. Fable Passage is probably a bad idea. Seems horrible. I'm gonna keep it. There's a problem in a lot of formats. Yeah, I mean, well, they banned Oko, so. Excuse me. Paradise Druid. I don't like that card. Cycle this. Banner now, Theros set has 0 value. Yeah. I don't know that Oko was a bigger problem. Oko was Baroko. Yeah, they definitely, like, I think Oko would balance some things out right now. What do you mean you like that they banned Growth Spiral? What is wrong with you? What are you saying? That's, like, blasphemous. Do we want to fight down Llanowar Visionary? They're ramping pretty good here. I don't know what they're ramping into. I don't know if I want to find out. Or it's just a 3-mana Growth Spiral that gains you life. Yeah. I mean, 1 blue, draw a card. 1 green, put a card, or land on the battlefield. 1 generic, gain 3 life? That's the way it worked out, right? As in, they thought just banning Growth Spiral was good, not the banning. Alright, that is almost acceptable. Almost. It's just green. Green's just too good. Green's kind of ridiculous right now. Also, I forgot, I need to cut the number of lands because the land count goes down in this deck. Chevelle has Death Touch. How long a game do I want to play? I guess long enough. I could lose the Fox, but probably not good enough. I should have also Stingered on my turn. I forgot. I should have, like, cycled the Stinger to get a 1-1 from Rescuer. Not that it matters, so I don't draw too many lands. Flare is lethal in, like, 3 turns. That CFC, the Oko is just always OP. Yeah, Oko is pretty bonkers. Ah! Scoos is about to of my life. Top decks pulls out massive holes. Yep. Dude, look at all those friggin' lands. All those lands. I forgot to cut a bunch. Do I just attack with the Fox? They just block with Cheville, right? About to have no graveyard this game. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's do this. How many more creatures are in there? One. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's only 3 cards of cycling, though. And I forgot. You could just take the other cards of cycling. No. GG's. GG's. Forgot. Like, Scooz only gains life on creatures. Forgot that, I mean, it's not really punt. Like, when they landed Scooz, the game was over. They had 4 green. I forgot they had Paradise Druid and Visionary. So that didn't really matter. Cycling might be dead. But, I forgot. Almost forgot. I have to change. We're dropping the Fable Passages and adding more cycling. Almost forgot. Fable Passage is gonna screw me. 20 lands. Seems fine. Blue. Where are you? Done. Done. I don't want no tap lands. No tap lands. No, you don't need to make a Jeskai. I mean, you can make a Jeskai, but there's just no reason. If I played 2021 Clover yet, I have not. I can imagine the 2021 Clover is a lot like 2020 Clover. You just, like, your mana base is not the greatest, right? Flying Sharks. Yes, Sharknadoes. If I played Among Us, no. Is it a scary game? If it is, then no, and I won't. And you know that. It's a whodunit game. F, I'm dead. And my Fox is probably gonna die here. About to get shocked. Oh no, Robber the Rich. Okay, that's fine. Stole land. That's good. No blocks. About to die to mono red though. I'm gonna see what they do here. I wanna see, cause I can actually like go for blood. Oh, they got that land. That land though. No blocks. Yeah, you can't fool me. They thought that they were gonna be able to shock it. Land, land. Get it? Runaway memekin. Huh? Ah, so I could Pyromancer and potentially blow up their board. I'm gonna Pyromancer here, and because I just died. Right? I mean, I just died to the cleave. I mean, even if I killed the memekin, Anax. Well, that's pretty brutal. That's 6-3. Oh, they took a Flourishing Fox. I mean, you get to save 3 damage. That's alright. You should play with 10 people. You're trying to do their jobs that are assigned to or imposters that try and kill everyone before they finish their jobs. Ugh, it doesn't seem good. So let's draw a card. Let's shoot the Anax. Make a couple duders, yep. Let's play this. I can't draw 2 cards if I do that. So I could draw 2 here, shoot this. I could draw 2 with this. And shoot down. I gotta save the draw 2. I think I have to save the draw 2. Because when they go to kill me with cleave here, I gotta bolt whatever. You Torbrand. Well, I'm killing the memekin. I mean, I take 3 from this stupid thing alone. So this blocks here. This blocks here, and I'm dead. Wow! My arm itches, and I don't know why. Fun game. You need to find and vote out the imposters before the killer run. Brr. What are we building next? Because, alright, this deck, gone. This deck, gone. That deck had promise. Alright, green. Standard 2021. We're going to play Gilded Goose. Let's see. Once upon a time. Oh, wait, I can't. I want to play Skoos. Skoos just seems good right now. Why are you going back? Let's play Garrick's Uprising. I mean, Harbinger's probably just that good, right? It's probably just that good. Also, I liked how they were talking about Cultivate. Alright, James, we'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I like how bad Cultivate was. Play a couple Dryad in the Missing Grove. Like, potentially have it could have potential implications. Garrick. Go back. I wanna Great Hornet Goose here. Is what I want to do. Yorvo. Yorvo's probably a good card. We're gonna be cutting some stuff here. Obviously. Obviously gonna be cutting some stuff. I could just play Titanith Rex. I mean, ramp. Beanstalk Giant. I don't even know if I want Scavenge Juice, to be honest. I think it's too small. Beanstalk Giant. I mean, it's not bad. It ramps. It, in fact, ramps. Mono green. Mono green. Is there anything else? Like, Kogla could be good. I'm playing towards, like, Vivian, Nylea. I'm going to cut a couple of lands. I'm cutting a couple lands because we have quite a bit of ramp. Cut Dryad of the Elysian Grove. And I played 2 Garrick's Uprisings. Only things that won't trigger them are Yorvo. I guess Great Horn doesn't trigger it. I guess I played Garen Briggs. Castle Garrisons are fine. This is some extra mana, right? $23 lands? Is that right? I'm probably cutting a Cultivator too. Let's cut a Cultivate, and then let's cut a Beanstalk Giant. And I think we can play Fable Passage here. Because who doesn't like Fable Passage? Like, really, seriously. Castle Garrison, Fable Passage. It's just mono green. I can actually play this at F&M if it works out really well. I just play Cultivate as the... I don't know if it'll work out well. We're just building bullshit decks to build bullshit decks tonight. Mono green rotation. And obviously, like, there's some things to change here. So if you want to play like a real green ramp deck, probably get a new ramp card with Zendikar coming out. You get landfall triggers and stuff. Is Feasting Troll King any good? If you're playing Feasting Troll King, then you're probably playing Wicked Wolf, and then you're probably, I mean, you're good. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this. Not doing anything until turn 3, but I think I'm okay with that. Assuming that they don't go like mono red, smack your face in. But you could go back to like the You definitely go back to the um what am I gonna say? Goose into Wicked Wolf into Feasting Troll King. It's definitely something that can be done. That's probably not horrible. So this is where Migratory Greathorn does not shine. And if you really need like, I guess I don't know. Maybe Beanstalk Giant shouldn't be Beanstalk Giant. You have the Elf, which would be pretty good. So this is 6. I can cast this plus this. This plus this. No, I can't cast Beanstalk. So I can cast this. And then I can... Do I want a 3-4 or a 4-3? I can put it under. I think I want the 4-3. Yeah. I gotta change that. I gotta log in and go change that and just change it to the guy who shocks. So because that's Brick Day no more. Made that last week. But yes, everybody, Haywire got his own command. All right. So that's 6. Wow, Nylea feels pretty good though. Get wrecked. No attacks. Reveal the top card of your library if it's a creature card, put it in your hand, otherwise you may put it into your graveyard. Okay. You got me. Castle Garrison's pretty good in this. They are, what, Sultai Self-Mill? Or Sultai Reanimator. Be my next guess. Oh no, they're not Are they Abzan? I saw Ashiok and thought Sultai for some reason. The guy who shocked? It's because you're Haywire! Right? And Electrician. Gotta give me kudos for that one. Okay, so 6, 7. Oh. So good. Goose, you suck. Skull Prophet can block Questing Beast, huh? YOLO. Get in there. That's right. Send it. Full send. Well, it looks like I'm going to play a Gilded Goose and a Beanstalk Giant this next turn. To turn on a Nylea. Actually, it might not even play. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I play both. Yeah, 2 Giants, no big deal. Also, turns out they have Trample because of this card. Eerie Ultimatum. I'm dead. Dead. Yeah, oh shit is right. Oh shit is right. If you saw what they milled over, there's like a Liliana, a Cavalier. Yeah. Oh yeah. DED. That was going pretty good too. Should have attacked with the Questing Beast probably when it came out as my guess. F and shit, yeah, really. I don't have an F emote. I only have 2 emote slots. I'm a horrible person. Need a giant F. Yeah, I know. You need like 25 or 30 subs though to hit that that 30 emo slot. And even then, I don't know if it'd be this one or this one that I would choose. I don't even know if I'd do the F chat. A flying 3/4 that gets lands and shits golden eggs. Mm-hmm. Where's everyone else in the chat? Don't make it look like a fangirl. And so like a bunch of people were probably lurking as it stands. Hayware's on mobile. Matt's got me down. He's like he never actually unlurked. Aether Gust. Sure. No, you put that in the bottom. It's okay. I don't care. You know why I don't care? Do you know why no Fs were given here? Because I got double Harbinger here. Step away time to time, Daddy. Hey, it's understandable, Emblem. Appreciate you being around at least. Just remember, you go in lurk mode, as Matt says. Matt did the lurk command there, is leave volume at 1%. Otherwise, you don't count as a viewer. It can right now. It was a goose. It was a goose. And I made it fly. Yeah, it's a flying 3/4 that shits golden eggs. Just poops them out. Gotta tap to do it, unfortunately. Look at more castle garrisons. Dude, we're digging with those harbingers there. All right. You're happy to see mutate. I don't even know if that card's decent, but I don't know if it's good enough to mutate. I kind of like want to pull the opponent was like not another Garrison. Exactly. And what's wrong with being a fangirl? Fangirl, fanboy, doesn't matter. Which leads me to, has anybody seen Kama? Kind of sad. Kama hasn't been around the last couple weeks. Horrible. What the? The Jeskai Mutate one's pretty sweet. What's the Jeskai Mutate one? That was like Arena Mulligans to 4. So I gotta ask, has anybody actually... So anybody had... Like, if they started school or know anybody, like, in their family that's actually going back to school, and how were things? I know that this area, they started some in-person schooling, and, like, today was day 1. Shut up, Matt. Ah... Alright, I'll bite. What school, Matt? Your brother has to go online because of the coronavirus breakout with a few teachers. Ooh! Actually had a breakout with a couple teachers? That's horrible. Hi, Yorvo. How are you? You didn't think I'd go with it? You didn't follow me. I had to bite, right? Yo, that's a Nylea. Next turn, that's a Nylea, and that seems like it'll be pretty good against this shit. Oh, next turn. Sorry. That Nylea will be pretty good. No attacks. I should have cast Yorvo and just sacrificed Yorvo, the new one. Most teacher, yeah. School district's committed to the first 9 weeks being online only. I'm assuming they'll extend that. Yeah, guy at work today, his son was talking about, they're pretty sure, so his kid was going back to school face-to-face, I believe, and they're only assuming that it will last face-to-face for a couple of weeks. That was like the rumor they heard, I guess. But I don't know for sure. Can I Great Henge? I can't Great Henge and then cast something, can I? But I can do this and do this. Look at that. Look at me checking the stuff out. You have 2 weeks before closing down in-person schooling. Yeah, and I don't know if that'll be... It's so weird because just a couple miles from each other, 2 different school districts are choosing like 2 completely different things. One south of us. I won't name who or what they are, but they committed to the first semester or online only. Kids go to school in Paw Patrol mask, come home with a Spider-Man mask. Yup. Yo, I just got, like, demolished by Mono Red. Hi, guys. Okay, before we go, let's see what rotates. I have Scorchbitter and Memekin. And that's it. That is it. You block there. And you block... It's the same as that, blocking there, right? Oh. Lied, it's not. It is. Because I'm dead either way. Yorvo is a really good mutate target? Why say that? Besides mono green aggro, what would be the best take the cake for best decks moving into rotation? Mono red will probably see a huge resurgence. I kind of want to tweak this deck a little bit though. Cultivate's probably bad, and probably just want ooze. I think ooze is probably pretty. Is there another card, another green card that ramps you? Not for 2 mana though, right? Monocolored aggro will be the best. Be the deck to beat day one. Yeah. Usually it's just like people go for like mono red, right? Because it's just always there, like Matt said earlier. Mono green is just really good right now. Can't play war cards. It's rotation only. Oh, or you said mono green gets another sweet 1-drop. The Sloth from War. They won't reprint that in a landfall cycle. Stop digging around. Play. I don't even want to play Teamer Clover, though, is the problem. Why would you put Yorvo under, though? It starts... Oh. Because it's a 0-0, right? And gets counters. I was thinking Yorvo was a 4-4 to start. Makes sense. Makes sense. Thrashy B is probably a pretty good one also. I don't even really know if there's anything. There's probably not anything else you need. Oh, Gargaroth. I didn't put Elder Gargaroths in here, folks. I think Beanstalk Giant's just out. Gargaroth is in. I think Beanstalk Giant's probably not made for that deck. It'd be sweet, but... Cost 2 makes a wolf also. Huh? Enchantment cost... Oh, the ramp spell. The enchant land, yeah. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a bad one. Get wrecked for not having... Migratory Greathorn probably doesn't need to be in here. Getting owned by Fabled Patches right now. Feels bad. I wonder if Mono Blue... Willowhaven? Yeah. Exile Migratory Greathorn. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. We just get to Gargaroth and we're okay. Wolf Willowhaven, right? What's the name of that card? Play something off the wall this weekend. What's off the wall, though? Like, everybody's pretty much figured everything out, right? That's the downside. Man, I just want to play with Niambi and have Niambi be good. Yes, you can sacrifice 2 gutter bones. That is fine. Nightmare Shepherd. F me. Goose. Harbinger. I did not want to Goose and then play, like, mutate Migratory Greathorn on top of it. Because that, like, would have sucked. Bad. I think Niambi could be good. I think you need to move to... You'd have to move to just a blue-white deck. Play a shitload of legendaries, though. Well, let's see. Hexproof from black. I think I'm gonna sack the Goose. Oh, I got an exile card first. Gargaroth! No! Alright, we'll get rid of the Greathorn. S works too, but yeah, I felt like you wanted more legendary. Yeah. The legendaries you were playing, were they only Niambi? I don't even remember. They don't have Death Touch. Okay. This 6 would allow me to play Questing Beast, but I have to play and then sack the food. But I needs the Gargaroth. Niambi, Kudro, Lurs. Oh, I forgot about Kuzco. Mono black, folks. So this is why I don't like Standard right now. It's largest card pool. Shitty decks everywhere. Why would you attack? You literally have lethal. There's no reason to do that. I guess I don't know what that solved. A lot of extra... Sack Spore Frog. Yes. Yes. That'd have been the good thing to do. If only I had that Spore Frog. Alright, budget big red burns a deck you're working on. Give or take on the list. Possible tweaks. Yeah, what's the... We definitely do something like that. Do you have it posted as a list somewhere, like in Aether Hub or anything like that? Let me know when you do, because we'll just give you a link. Give you a permit to post the links. Let us know first. Oh, that's Matt. I thought Wizard posted the link and I was saying, oh, got caught. Yeah, just have to ask. Pretty easy going here, as long as it's not, like, being something stupid. Another reason I ask is because then we can do this. Chandra. Okay, first things first. You have to apply card styles. So are you trying to make? Are you trying to make this rotation proof? Is the question. I don't know why it defaults to that. So dumb. Ideally, well, you gotta cut that land then. Anybody who can't see it. Still just does it all. From War of the Spark. So we cut that land. That's number one. First time you're looking to make a rotation-proof deck? Is this your first rotation? Also, it's like, are you looking... So... Matt's gonna give me a shit for saying so much. How big do you want to go? First time with this. Now you are, yeah. Because you said something about it, I can't unhear myself saying it. What is this? Is this Trample Bolt? It is Trample Bolt. Let's risk factors gone. All right, let's just trim this down while we get a chance here. Do. He's gonna be pissed when we point out. Oh, he says, "Welcome to round one. I'm on the play." Yeah. Yup. Oh, 6 mana Chandra, gotta go. Yep, M20. You right. Yeah. Always. I've like brain fart and like camera anxiety. It is shame. Do the exact same shit here too. Like, start off. Welcome back. Tonight we're I don't know what we're doing. Let's change this from traditional standard to 2021. Now let's take a look. Can we do videos with the camera on our face just go blank? Yeah. So we actually, like, was it the first video or the first two videos or whatever that, like, recorded with the camera facing us? We tried to do with the whiteboard, and it was like, we wrote everything out. It seems like so long ago. But I guess it was really just like, what, a year? Yeah, it was about that many takes later. Yep, fuck the whiteboard. And I think it literally just said on the whiteboard, it was like, "Hey everybody," and then that was it. Yeah, that's the 5-minute one that makes them pay 3 life is probably pretty good. Terror of the Peaks, right? What does this one do? Nope. You're gonna want big Dargans. Big Dargans. Evercool Phoenix, probably. No, probably not. I was wondering, like, if you want to, depending on how big you want to go, you could Ironcrag Feet also. Terror wants to be in a tokens deck. It could, like, the drawback for it, them just paying 3 life to remove it, is probably not horrible when you're using something like Tectonic Giant. Yadaro might not be bad either. This also might just be like a Torbrand deck. So, Terror of the Peaks. Spells your opponents cast to target Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. Yeah. $64 in paper. Nice. I don't know if Terror is that bad, in all honesty, if you're going for... Put Terror in with Thoughts... Blink enter the battlefield shit. Okay, we got an idea. We got an idea. What does this one do? When enters the battlefield, discard your hand, draw 3 cards. Escape. Escapes with... What, you want to tweak... You want to try to tweak this deck to be like Thassa plus Terror plus... I mean, I think you get a different deck there, though. Is the problem. Torbrand, yeah, it's like Torbrand seems like it could be okay here. You get Shocks, Dragonfire. The only issue I see is that it's like Bone Crusher Giant. You need targets. Like, you need to be able to target somebody's face, and you really can't with a lot of this shit. Actually, Torbrand's probably fine. I think Torbrand's probably fine as a 3-of. Yeah, I don't mind Terror of the Peaks. I'm kind of caught on this Ox, though. I don't know about Ox. Only thing that can't hit the opponent is a Dragonfire. This has to have a target. Has to target a creature. And then, like, Wrath is a board wipe, obviously. But... oh, Chandra's +2 damage to... +1, 2 damage to any target. Yeah, I think you want, like... I think you want Incinerator in here. And probably a 4-of, in all actuality. I think Ox goes by the wayside. You're not going to bring it back. Other creatures you control have haste. Perforos seems pretty good. Perforos on 5 next turn. Like, you could actually put in, like, Torbrand and Incinerator. This was just, like, his budget mono red... Big mono red burn. So I don't even know. Mono red mid, probably. And also, if you have Shenanigans, it's Perforos for sure, right? Five mana Lightning Bolt on a stick. With Torbrand. Mono red, I think if you're mono red aggro, you're just lower to the ground, right? You try to keep it as low to the ground as possible. Also at 61 cards, which is actually, like, you just cut Incinerator. 23 mountains. Done. Actually, you might need to be more than 23. Oh, sorry, you can't see that deck list. This is 23 mountains. It's a 25 land curve. I know, but we added too many cards. 23 mountains done. You're fine. You might, and see, I don't know. I kind of like Terror just for the life loss. If you happen to like land Tectonic Giant, Bone Crusher Giant, Sandra's Incinerator, things like that, Terror's dealing a whole crap load of damage. I will agree in like a Boros enchant or a Boros token style deck, Terror is amazing. How do I not have Flame Spill? Is there an X cost card that hits face? I do not know. In all honesty. There's no... Is there a Fireball effect? Currently? What is that? Red X? Volcanic Geyser? The red intervention? Obviously. Create an X1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Perforce intervention deals twice X damage to target creature. Whoa ho 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 ho! It's sorcery. I mean, you make an X1, you blow up whatever the hell's on the board. So back to Geyser. Although it's not double, this is what makes intervention really good. Sundering Stroke is 7 damage, yeah. Alright, so let's cut Terror. Let's add 2 Volcanic Geysers. Then make room for a couple lands. I don't even know if there's a utility land in here that's any good, to be honest. Dwarven Mine. Is there a land in here that's going to be any good currently? And I don't think so. I don't think that there actually is. Can I make these? I can. Should we like trim Dragonfire? I think Geyser can put the game away. I think it's just mono red. I think it's just mono mountain. Oops. Love Dragonfire for Uro. Yeah. Well, so and that's where you get the show 3 damage. You just save Dragonfire, and when you bolt it with something else like Flame Spill it, and then Dragonfire. 1 uncommon, 2 mythics. All right. Don't say I never did nothing. Mono red rotation. What card? It's got to be Torby Boy. It's got to be Torby Boy. Profane Prophecy over Scorch for face. Or Fire Prophecy. Wow. 3 damage to target creature. Put a card from your hand at the bottom of your library if you draw a card. Yeah, I agree with Matt. I think Dragonfire I don't know that you want Fire Prophecy over Dragonfire. Yeah. I also, like, I agree with the... Like, I understand the 4 Dragonfires, but you need Burn for face, too. But you gotta cobble 2 spells together anyway to kill the arrow. Cut some Wrath. Could cut some Wrath. Oh, Scorching response to the sacrifice trigger. Gotcha. Yeah, there you go. So could cut a Storm's Wrath, go back up 1 Dragonfire. I mean, if you need to reset the board, this is gonna do it. I did. I did just realize it. Not even paying attention. This is the world that Matt lives in, by the way. What's not legal in this format? Oh, sideboard. Like, what's not legal in this format? Let's just... Yeah, there we go. For you're almost positive you've done that to my Uro? I didn't play Uro that long, though. I don't think so. I also don't ever play... I don't think I ever play Scorching Dragonfire. You would have played Scorching Dragonfire, but... And why would you bring Scorching Dragon... Like, there's no reason to have exile effects, because I was the only person playing Uro. Look at that. Matt, like, sideboarding just for me. See what I have to deal with at F&M, folks? Y'all don't even know. Because we're never pairs us around one. Yes. Good old were. See the truth, folks. Jeskai. Chandra Heart of Fire, huh? Push the Bone Crusher here? I think I do. Bone Crusher, way too good. Yeah, his Grixis deck, I'm pretty sure, played Dragonfire. But I don't know how things changed. Also, how many times did I play you when I was playing? Like twice? 3 times playing Uro? Torbia Bone Crusher deals 4. Yeah, if they target it, I think it adds up. Bone Crusher Giant would deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Yep. Welp. This is looking like a Flame Spill. Wonder why they chose not to cast either of these. That seems really odd. At least it seems odd to me. Alright, so do I risk drawing a land is the thing. So if I draw a land, Incinerator costs 4. No, they didn't flash anything back. That was what I thought was kind of weird. Let's save it. Yeah, they mutated Vadrock on top. Oh. I thought they mutated Vadrock on top of something. My bad. That's okay. I'll play Incinerator now. I thought they did. Yeah, they would have mutated on top of Raise the Alarm token. That made sense. Okay. Yeah, I just don't know why they wouldn't flash back like Raise the Alarm. That is a soldier token. Opponent IQ 70. They could have messed up. Land? Hi, Torb. Hi, Torb. Land? Alright, bounce it again. Oh, double shock. Well then. Land? Got land. Let's play this. We're gonna go up and deal 2 here. Amassing. Yeah, I'm just going to continue to play this Chandra. Dovin's Veto. Yeah, I'll kill that right now. Slow the clock down a little bit. With another Chandra. It's a pretty good spot. Yeah, see, they could have put cast See the Truth. They'd have just drawn 3. Right? Yeah, there's no reason that they wouldn't have. They finally did, yep. Let's do that now. Do this. I don't even know what the... Kind of like that deck. I mean, yeah, who doesn't like 2-mana draw 3s, though? I don't know how I feel about Callous Dismissal. We'll be right here, Haywire. Chandra, yo. I might actually just Chandra and for 3 fresh cards here. There's a lot of burn. Yeah, Chandra might very well be a undervalued card. Thing's dealing a lot of damage to Chandra, though. Never mind. Sundering Stroke does it, yeah. Borderless are like $3 by... Dude, why you gotta go tell me that shit? I got CK coin burning a hole in my pocket, though. Well, I'm just hard casting Chandra's Incinerator. And they have a fistful of cards again. Lord Dracus. Vadrock. You bounce something to your hand and then you get to cast something? That's stupid. I thought Storm's Wrath was going to hurt. They have to Callous Dismissal the Incinerator. Although they're going to be out of Vadrock in a moment. Whoa, almost the wrong card. I mean, I just biding my time. I mean, Sundering Stroke would have done it. That'd have been good. Lord Dracus, okay. No, get out of here. Lord Rockus. Yeah, you can have Snapbacks. That's fine. 4 damage target creature points walker opponent controls you gain 4 life. You're giving nothing. Nothing, I say. Attacks or becomes the target of a spell an opponent controls. 3 damage to each opponent. As the top 2 cards, choose one of them to end your next turn. You may play that card. Well, depending on what we draw. Although our opponent is foil borderless, 12-9. Oh, dude, you're killing me. All right, I gotta wait. You are a really bad influence. Now I have to go look to figure out what I do and don't have. No, Vadrock. Do I want 3 damage? Yeah, 3 damage. We want damage. Alright, I gotta look. Horrible influence. I have 2 borderless Chandras, a foil alternate art, whatever one that one is, and a regular one. I don't need to buy more Chandra. Bad Matt. Okay. I'm gonna hold back. Fucking Callous Dismissal. Seriously? I wasn't paying attention. I was at 1. Mismatched Chandra, of course, mismatched Chandras. Of course, mismatched Chandras. I should have bought the Narsets when they were cheap. MTG finance time. Finance time? Why is it finance time? It's really easy. You can't see the screen. And you go to your favorite card shop online. And you search for Chandra. And don't search for Chandra. You go to singles. And you go to the set that is currently out. Why can I not? Because I don't know Chandra. Oh my god. Well, I guess I could go look up Chandra's name. Because that would be the smart thing to do. Heart of Fire. So you search for Chandra, Heart of Fire. And you go, hey, there's a Chandra Heart of Fire. And Chandra Heart of Fire borderless, 279 near mint. 279 for the showcase also, which is the alternate art. Foils are $12.99 for borderless, and then $10.99 for the showcase and foil. I kind of like the showcase and foil, I think, better than the borderless. I don't know. That particular one. Chandra, Heart of Fire. Can't. Yeah, sorry, I should have read chat. It'd been way easier. Let's go see. Don't buy Euros. By the way, anybody who's wondering. It's my tidbit. The price will probably spike again. Don't buy Euros. Holy shiitake mushrooms. That is an expensive Euro. Matt, are you interested? Is the store interested in purchasing a foil extended art Euro? You're gonna pick them up at GP Detroit, still haven't? Yeah, I don't blame you. Want to make a legacy purchase tonight? Let's see. Who are you gonna sell to? Not me. Yeah, that's not my problem. I just need the store to buy it. Also, I need you to buy it at what it's retailing for, because that's how stores work, right? You buy it from me for retail and then resell it for retail, right? Nope, looks like we're not making that purchase tonight. No legacy tonight, sorry. Okay. I think we gonna end on mono red. Also don't know what we're doing tomorrow night. It might just be another bullshit stream where we come up with random decks. Store mixes profits by doing volume. Exactly. Alright. I thank everybody for stopping by tonight. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Or right around there. Might be a little bit early, I don't know. All depends on what time I get shit around and get it started. Okay. I guess if you're playing Magic or any other game for that matter, remember to have fun, because that's what it's all about. Did I tell everyone about Wednesday? No. What about Wednesday? Real life bike ride stream. You're doing a real life bike ride stream with somebody? How you gonna stream that? Sorry, and yeah, the stream is from my phone. That's not happening. So, that's definitely not happening. Thanks, Haywire. I appreciate it. Wizard, you're great. Everybody else, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. And, we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.